Hey guys, welcome to the Hacked Existence tutorial on adding a GPS radio to the Lilygo T-Embed CC1101. So by the end of this video, I'll show you guys how to add a GPS radio and the antenna all internal inside of the T-Embed. That will open up the functionality on the GPS menu here in the Bruce firmware, giving you the ability to go ward driving and use this as a GPS tracker. We'll also add a power switch here, so when we're not using the GPS radio, we can flip it off so it's not draining the battery. So today I'm going to be modding my T-Embed CC1101 that I already did the external antenna mods on. You can watch my video on that if you want to add external antennas. But today we're going to take a look at how to put an internal GPS radio in here. So let's jump into the bill of materials. So here we've got the Lilygo Tembed CC1101, and to that I'm going to be adding the ATGM336H GPS module. I like this module because it's tiny. It's going to fit inside the case here. I'm just going to use a ceramic antenna with an IPEX adapter that came with the GPS radio, and that's also going to store nicely inside the case. I'm going to use a switch on the positive line between the plug and the GPS radio so that I can switch the power on and off. And the reason is because without being able to cut the power to the radio, anytime we power up the device, the GPS radio is going to suck battery. So this will let me turn on the GPS radio when I want to use the GPS functions and disable it when I don't, so that I'm not wasting battery. Optionally, you could just unplug the JST plug whenever you don't want to use the GPS, and that would achieve the same thing, but that's a little more cumbersome to do. So the last piece of this is the JST. This is a 1mm 4-pin plug. Got this off of Amazon, and basically it's going to plug right into here. I'm going to run those wires back inside, wire them up to the radio with the switch in line on the power wire, and we'll install everything internally. Just a quick note is that originally I tried to desolder the plug and solder the wires straight to the board. You can totally do that, but it's very fragile. I ended up ripping a pad off of the first plug that I removed, so it basically made that whole CC1101, that whole plug was no longer usable. So it's a little delicate if you want to wire it directly to the board. That's why I chose to go the plug route. It's not going to be as clean. There's going to be wires here, but it's definitely a whole lot easier to install. So let's jump in. All right, we're going to begin by taking the back plate off the CC1101, and this just magnets on, so it just pops right off. Next, we'll remove the battery. And the battery is double-sided sticky taped in there, so it does take a little bit of effort to get it out. We'll just unplug it. Now I'm going to use 3 different color Sharpies to color code my 3 different plugs here so that I can take them out and it'll just be really easy to put them back in. Next, I'll pop those 3 IPEX adapters off. And now I'm going to separate the front plate from the body, and it's held in by clips. I'm going to use my fingernail or a small screwdriver to pry this apart and pull the face off. All right, now we're going to begin preparing our wires for soldering, and we're going to do that by taking the front plate here and looking at this plug that has ground 3.3 TXD and RXD. That's what we need to plug into the GPS radio. Works off of TX and RX. So I'm going to go ahead and plug the plug into there. With our plug nice and snug, I'm going to fold the wires over, just kind of push them into place. Then I'm going to slip them through the back here. And we're just going to set the plate on there where it goes without clicking it in, flip this over. So I'm going to mount my power switch somewhere right in here, just to the left of the antenna in this space here. So what I'm going to do is kind of measure how long those wires need to be to get there, but I'm going to leave quite a bit of extra slack because we can just hide all the wire inside the case. And I'm going to go ahead and cut those. All right, we'll go ahead and pull our wire out. And now we'll get this ready to solder. Okay, so I'm going to start by taking the switch and cutting one of these legs off. And now I'm going to take the red wire and I'm going to strip it back the length of the pin there. I'm going to solder it to that middle pin. So let's go ahead and strip that. Okay, now after we solder it, I won't be able to get heat shrink on here. So I'm going to put a piece of heat shrink on and just bring it all the way down to the end of the wire here. Now I'm going to tin this up and I'm going to tin up that middle pin and I'm going to solder this wire to the middle pin. All right, now I'm going to pull the heat shrink up, cover the pin there, go ahead and heat shrink that into place. Now I'm going to take the excess red wire that I cut off earlier and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to strip it back to be the length of that pin, and I'll tin both of them and solder this one on. All right, now I will slip another piece of heat shrink over this wire and we'll heat shrink that into place. All right, now our switch is all wired up. Okay, so now we're gonna solder up the radio, and if we look, the yellow wire on mine is the end one, and that goes to RX on the T-Embed. And so as we do when we wire GPS radios, we need to invert them. So I'm gonna put my yellow, which is RX on the T-Embed, to TX on the GPS radio. So yellow is gonna go to TX, white is gonna go to RX, red is gonna go to VCC, and black is gonna go to ground. And I'll start that by just doubling this over and trimming up my power wire to length. Now I'll strip all 4 of these ends and then drive them through the bottom side of the radio and solder them on this side. All right, now the next step I'm going to do is mount the power switch where I want it. So I'm going to place it right in here next to the antenna, right there, so that the switch comes right out the top. And so what I'm going to do is hold the switch right where I want it, and I'm going to mark the area that I need to drill out with a Sharpie. All right, now I'm going to drill this hole out with a Dremel. All right, that looks good. It's got nice movement back and forth. I think we're good. All right, now with our nice little hole drilled right in the top there, I'm just going to place the switch where I want it to live. Now holding it right there, we can see it's got nice movement back and forth, so this will be a good home for it. So now I'm just going to hot glue it into place right where it's at. All right, now that the hot glue is all cooled down, we can see this switch has real nice articulation. Everything's good there. It's nice and sturdy in there. So I put it up against a little divider here. What I'm going to do next is use an X-Acto to kind of shave away all of the glue that came over the edge of that divider so that I can take the GPS antenna and I'll place it right in that corner just like that. And then I'm going to hot glue it into place so that it'll have a nice view of the sky, basically right where the speaker was meant to go. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, now that our hot glue is all cooled down, everything is nice and secured in place. The switch actuates real nice, everything's good. I'm gonna start by putting the switch in the off position, and then we can start our reassembly. So I'm gonna start that by pushing the JST plug through the hole here. And now I'll put the front plate back on. And now we can plug our JST plug into the left plug here where it's gonna live. And once we get it all snug in there, we can push those wires, kind of give them a little helping pull from the back here, get them all wrapped around nice and neat. Now we've got a pretty flush install. They hang out just a little bit, but that's okay. All right, now that's all neatly tucked away, we can start plugging our radios back in, our antennas to our radios. Now we'll connect the GPS antenna to the GPS board. Okay, and since we're gonna have to stuff this board into here and there's all kinds of exposed things, the next step I'm gonna do is to wrap the GPS board in some electrical tape just to insulate it from contacting anything metal. All right, now that we've got our board all insulated up, I'm just gonna tuck it right in here. And now we can plug our battery back in. All right, a bit of a tight fit, but it fits in there pretty good. Pop the plate on, and now we have internal GPS. So let's fire this thing up and test it out. Okay, so I had to take this outside for a second to let it get a nice GPS lock with the GPS switch turned on. So now if we go to GPS in the Bruce menu, we can go to GPS tracker, and we can see we've got coordinates now. And there it'll save to a file. So now we have our GPS tracker functionality. If we go back to the main menu, we can go to GPS and wardriving, and we'll see GPS location updated. Now we can use the power switch on the top here to turn the GPS radio off to save on battery when we're not using the GPS functions. But at this point now, we can do wardriving and the GPS tracker functionality with the Bruce firmware on the Lilygo T deck, all contained inside. So as always, stay tuned, and thanks for watching.